So the next question is, are face tattoos still taboo?
Well,
What is your opinion on face tattoos?
I like them.
Yeah?
I like them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do
Yeah.
too.
I really well. I'm
I,
glad you do, because if you
because it's not
didn't,
me for
why
bloody
would you?
life.
Yeah.
So, right, I went to a UK tattoo fest this weekend and I felt not tattooed enough because so many people had so many tattoos all across their face and they all
Mm,
looked so cool and I loved it.
yeah.
So, what do you think? Would you ever get your face tattooed?
Um, Probably not.
But it's your you can
I
say
don't
you hate
know.
how it looks. You can say anything because, like for me, I'm very thick skinned, right? It's taken me a long time to get there, and I know people judge it, but it's like I love my face tattoos.
Yeah.
So if someone's like, I hate them, oh my god, go for
Yeah.
it. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that they would look right on me.
Do you think?
I think, but I don't know why.
But it's your personal preference.
Um, Maybe because my tattoos are all one massive great big piece of artwork.
Yes.
And that would then mean that I would probably have to have my whole face tattooed. And I quite like symmetry.
Yes.
So if I had something coming up here, I'd have to have it coming up here. And then if it didn't, and then
It's
it would just
it's like, you know, when you do
eventually
your
take over.
eyeliner and you do a bit and then you have to do a bigger
Yeah.
bit and then you end up looking like Amy Winehouse,
Yeah.
like that. God rest her soul.
Yeah. I wish I did look like Amy Winehouse. But yeah. Um, Yeah, so I
Yeah.
don't know. So it's not for me. So I mean, this is a little bit off topic, but this is the wonderful world of ink and tattoos and everything. It's just how individual everybody's are.
Mhm.
So I have loads of friends that have individual like stamp tattoos. Look absolutely amazing. Colour, some just black and
That's
grey.
pretty much mine, yep.
Looks fantastic. Looks great on them, but it's not my thing for
No,
me,
because it's not
because
what you like.
I like the art and the grey and the black, and it almost being more like a painting as
Like
opposed to.
I loved when I looked. So when you first applied to be my co-host, obviously absolute FBI doom scroll. Jim was like, oh my god, she's so cool. Oh my god. And I love how all yours look. And again, it's that yours is art and it all flows and you can see that symmetry.
Yeah.
Whereas mine is just, oh, I like this, I want
Yeah.
this, I like that, I want that.
And I love that.
There's
And
flash day, I want that.
yeah, absolutely. And it's like, people go on holiday and they just get like a little stamp from their holiday,
Yeah.
and I think, yeah, it's absolutely fantastic, but it's not for me on me. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's not for me, because I love it. I love pretty much all ink that I see. I love it. But yeah, so, but would I look at you and go, oh my God, she's got a face tattoo? I'm not talking to her. No, of course
No,
not, because
I
I actually
do
think
get that
it's,
though, and
which
I
is sad, isn't
forget. Do
it?
you know what I forget? So I first I've got a little Casper. I don't know which side it is, but a little Casper, and then a little homage to my very first cat, Edgar. I've got 9 cats now,
Mm.
but this is the OG, my little Edgar, and I got those because I thought, oh, okay, well I can hide it if I wanted to,
Yeah.
and then I got my spider webs. And again, because my fringe, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I can hide it if I want to.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
Why
do
do
you
you
know
want to
what?
hide it
I
though?
was like, why? And I
Yeah.
realized I was doing that because of how I would be
Mm.
perceived. So I know that I'm very heavily tattooed, but I forget it a lot of time. It's just you do. And then when I get a funny look or anything like that, I don't understand why. And then I twig and
Yeah.
then I remember. But
Yeah.
and then I thought one day, I was like, do you know what? I'm just gonna go get a moth on the side of my face, and it was done by Phil, and he's at Gentle Mix, and he's the most loveliest guy. He's like an older guy, he's like proper burly big biker, and he's just so gentle and lovely. And it
Mm.
was just it was lovely that he did that for me. I was going through like a really big like transition like in my life. Um and it was almost something that I kind of reclaimed a bit of me back.
Mm.
And that's what that means to me. And so I think if someone looks at it and judges me in a certain way negatively or anything like that, I really don't care.
No.
But as far as going as if they're still taboo, I don't know. See, obviously, I don't know if I could walk into a job and get a job now.
I know, and it's sad, right? Isn't it? Because I
Mhm.
always say it doesn't matter. Like, I'm the same person, obviously not the same person that, when I was born, but I am the
No,
same
but it
person.
has, isn't
It
it?
hasn't changed my personality. Every tattoo I get doesn't mean that I suddenly changed or turned into someone evil
You
or
can't turn up on time, or you can't do your
yeah,
job. It just
it's
means
just
you shouldn't be given large quantities of money. But
yeah,
it does also mean that you can book an appointment, attend that appointment, and sit very, very uncomfortably
yeah,
because they do
for a
bloody
very long
hurt.
time.
Let's
Yeah,
not lie,
absolutely.
and you can do that. But yeah, at the convention I was at this weekend, there were so many people with face tattoos. It's completely normal, and it's just,
Mm,
and I think I surround myself, like, obviously, like, the work that I'm in and kind of my space that I'm in is all kind of alternative people. So
yeah.
that's my community, that's my safety, that's my home.
Mm.
So I forget a lot of times maybe face tattoos are still taboo. I don't
Maybe,
know.
maybe. I don't know. Is it a generation thing? I don't know. I think I'm getting into a later generation, but I certainly would not look at someone and think, "Oh my God," and think the worst of them. And I think that's what kind of, oh, I don't know, stepping off topic a little bit. But I know you're a bit younger than me, but there was the big outcry about the air stewardess worked for British Airways, I think it was, and she had a crucifix on show, and she was told she wasn't allowed to. She had to take it off or hide it. And I think that's almost the same, isn't it? Because you're judging someone by whatever their religion, their beliefs, or how they look,
Yeah.
but you don't know that person.
No.
And so, so who are you to make that judgment on?
It's like you were judging somebody. Every judgment that you make as an individual is based on your own story, your own life, your own everything. So whatever you think of somebody else, that's purely your own
Mm,
projection. I'm coming off the train to get in here. I've got so many looks, and maybe it's because I noticed it. Maybe it's just that's the
maybe,
day that I've noticed it, and
yeah,
I'm looking around. And maybe I was looking around to make sure I didn't get lost, even though I've been here before. But you know what I mean? Maybe I was just very hyper aware.
yeah,
But I feel that anyone who does have their face tattooed, I think you go into it knowing what you're going into,
yeah,
let's be honest.
yeah,
And I
true.
think you have a level of you don't care. But I would be very interested to hear from anyone who has a judgment on someone who
Yeah,
has a face tattooed and why.
absolutely. I'll be really interested to hear from. Well, they probably wouldn't come up and say, would they? Because they'd be classed as discrimination. But uh, would you not employ someone when you see
Yeah.
them based on the fact that they've got a face tattoo?
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Mm,
And why?
and
Because I
why?
want to know why.
Because it doesn't change you, your
No.
personality, your commitment, your whether you're good enough for the job or not. You just have a piece of art on
So
your
if we've
face.
got on the next episode, the topic that we've got is tattoos in the workplace. So
Okay.
that will be really good to
Yeah.
cover. But yeah, I'd really like to know that actually.
Mm.
And again, though, is to actually listen, even though I think it is wrong to not employ somebody who has tattoos or tattoos on their face. I'm also open to listening as to why somebody else would be like, no, I never would,
Mm.
and to understand that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because we
Yeah.
can become a bit enclosed in our own bubble
Again,
because we
that's
love it,
it.
don't we? So
That's our
we love it,
bubble.
so
And that's the
we
whole
don't see
thing.
what's wrong.
I think I'm right because of my lived experience. My brain says to me, this is right.
Yeah,
You think you're right because of your lived experience and what you think is right. But then someone to us can have a completely opposite outlook,
yeah,
but to them they're right.
yeah,
And so yeah, I'd really like to hear from somebody who would say, nope, I would not employ someone with tattoos, and have that conversation, not out of hate or anything like that, just genuine understanding.
yeah.
Yeah, so if there is anyone out there who's listening, although if they hate tattoos, they're probably not
No.
listening to a podcast about tattoos, but who knows?
But there might be a closet tattoo
Quick
lover.
clock.
Just
Literally
can't
just
admit it to
just got like,
themselves, like
what
all
is
up
it
here.
in Silence of the Lambs? And it's that thing, he's looking, it's got the big dragon on it.
That's them.
I love
We want to
that
hear from them.
though. Yeah, if anyone, yeah, but I don't think face tattoos are taboo. I just think they're not seen. They're not, in my little bubble, yes,
Mm,
but I don't agree that they're taboo.
no. I don't think
I don't think someone looks at someone's face tattoo and be like, "Oh," like, for me, that's what taboo is. Taboo is, "Oh, I don't know
Yeah.
if that's okay or not."
Yeah.
That's for me what taboo is that I don't think that's all right.
Yeah. I like I say, I don't think it is. But yeah, I think there is going to be. I don't know. I think there's a whole
Yeah.
generation that will think it is, and then a whole generation that thinks it isn't.
Yeah. So let's hear from those.
Hmm.
I wanna see
Find
what
out why.
Reddit thinks. So have a look what Reddit. Okay, so what does Reddit say about face tattoos? So face tattoos have long been a subject of controversy,
All are correct.
whatever, and stigma. While tattoos in general have become more accepted in many societies, face tattoos remain particularly sensitive topic. Oh my god, why do I love my face
Mm.
tattoos even more now I said that? Here's a breakdown of the current attitudes towards face tattoos based on insights from Reddit. Okay, cultural significance. In some cultures, face tattoos are traditional and respected. For example, the Maori people of New Zealand have tamoko tattoos, which are a significant part of their heritage.
Yeah.
Yep, fair. In Western cultures, face tattoos are often seen as extreme and associated with rebellion or non-conformity.
Oh.
Oh, I
I was
quite like that.
expecting the word prison to come up there as well.
My mum always said I'll either be a CEO of a company or the leader of a prison gang. I'm neither, so it can still swing both ways, right? So, professional settings, face tattoos are generally frowned upon in professional environments. Many employers still view them as unprofessional, which can impact job prospects.
But why?
But
But
why?
why?
But why? We need to know
So the
why.
why.
This is why I work for myself, clearly. So, social judgments. People with face tattoos often face social stigma and are sometimes unfairly judged as being involved in criminal activities. Yeah, I do feel like sometimes I get
Mm.
looked at like I'm a criminal. And do you know what? It was a good few months ago now. I was at my other half, and he is, he's got tattoos and his head's all tattooed on his face, right? Loveliest, kindest man to do anything for anyone, right? And he held the door open for a couple of old ladies, okay? And they went out the other door. And I was just like, but do you know what? 9 times out of 10 other people wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
He walked over to the door to open it. It wasn't
Yeah.
just walking through and held it.
Yeah.
He walked over to the door, and his manners are impeccable. And it's like he'll always open the car door for me,
Mm.
like it's impeccable. Like sometimes I forget to say please and thank you
Yeah.
because my brain is thinking, and he always says please and thank you. And so I
Yeah.
just look at it and I
So
just
again,
think,
it says it all, doesn't it? It's
yeah,
just that.
yeah. So, yeah, I think social judgments again, but then it's that whole talking and education and seeing someone as a person and just sitting down rather than having those judgments, those off the cuff judgments, sit and talk to somebody. Oh my God, I would love to do a thing where we get like a really heavily like tattooed, like somebody who really looks like a thug to sit with somebody and they just have a conversation,
Yeah.
someone and see what
Mm.
happens. I would love that, breaking down barriers. Oh.
Yeah.
So there is an increase in acceptance. So while face tattoos are still taboo in many circles, there is a growing acceptance of tattoos in general. Yes. Some industries, especially creative and tech fields, are more accepting of visible tattoos. Someone has said, I work as an IT engineer for the news and I have a full neck sleeve and haven't had any problems with work, actually have been complimented on my work by higher ups. Oh, see, I don't like that by higher ups because all of a sudden it's like,
Yeah.
yes, okay, you have your hierarchy at work of your
Yeah.
boss, whatever, but their opinion doesn't mean anything on your artwork.
No.
That's how my brain,
No.
someone
Not at
else's
all.
opinion is nothing on my tattoo.
No.
I'm not like, oh my God, you're above me in my job, but you accept my life
No.
choices. Yay.
No. 100% not.
No, it shouldn't be based on that. Maybe that's the problem. Like when everyone, I think, wants some sort of praise somewhere or some sort of not an acknowledgement, but an accepting of their
Yeah.
life choices.
I think so. And, there's nothing nicer, is there, than someone saying, well done, or,
Yeah.
we all like that and a compliment. I get that. But
I think it should
what?
be as who you
Yeah,
are as a
absolutely.
person.
And not saying that this person is, but if you're going out to get compliments from people above you on your art, whatever that may be, then are you doing it for the right reason?
Yeah, that's very true.
Bec-
Oh, what are the right
Mm,
reasons to get a tattoo? Yeah, that's true. I mean,
mm.
I've got right on here. Hold on, where is it? These are really old. But
I
if
love
you
the
look
fact that we
there,
don't know what we've got on our own
no,
bodies and where they are.
these look like balls. They're skeleton keys. I don't know if you can see
Oh
it on the
yeah.
camera. I don't bend that way, but basically they look like balls. And I'm like, but you know what though? It's hilarious. But
Yeah.
if someone's looking at it and be like, pick it apart. Yeah, you should get tattoos for you. Absolutely get tattoos for you. So there is a generational shift. Younger generations are more likely to accept tattoos, including face tattoos, as a form of self expression. However, this acceptance is not universal. Nothing is
No.
universal. No, you're
No.
going to find everything anywhere. So, mixed reactions. Individuals with face tattoos often report mixed reactions from others, ranging from admiration to outright discrimination. Yeah, I can vouch for that.
I was going to say, I can't vouch for that.
No,
You
I
can.
can vouch for that. Again, it's a tattoo convention. It was so weird. So, there's an Asda next to the Milton Keynes Stadium. So, if you think you're in this bubble of
Yeah.
everyone's alternatives, the freaks and the weirdos, and it's great, and then you go to Asda and it's like families there.
Mm,
And I remember I was at the till, my other half son, he was like, that family keeps staring at you. And I looked, I literally, it's just like this little girl, like, it's probably about, I don't know, 5, whatever, just like that. The dad was like that. And the son was like,
people don't need to say anything, do
no,
they? It's
but
just
I
like, look at their
literally, no,
faces.
but I wouldn't have noticed it if he hadn't said it. But it was like I traumatized this little family in Asda. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's just, but again, it's based on whatever your lived experience is. I don't know, maybe the dad got mugged by someone who had face
Maybe,
tattoos. Do you
maybe,
know
yeah.
what? Like
You just
it's
don't know, do you?
like I don't take that into my soul personally, but I do see both sides of it, absolutely. All parental concerns. Some people, especially older generations, strongly disapprove of face tattoos and would discourage their children from associating people with people who have them. I think face tattoos are gross. They say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but most books these days have a multi-million-dollar team of people to design that cover. Oh, what a bitch.
Well, I have no words for that person.
Right, who are you? Let us know who you are. Come and have a chat in sumo suits in a wrestling ring and see who wins.
Yeah.
No, no, I think that is, I will, right, this is a hill I will die on, okay, as a parent, right? As a parent, I've got 3 children, right? And I would never tell my children, judge someone what they look like. And I think I would much rather say if they're in danger to go to someone who has tattoos and in a business suit. But that's just again my lived experience. But you should judge people on what they bring to your life, how they make you feel, and who they are on
Yeah.
the inside,
And not how they look on the
and not
outside.
how they look on the
Yeah.
outside. I think that is kind of human nature 101.
Mm,
Like, yes, you can look at somebody, and I think again, it's that whole thing of we have 2 thoughts. So you have the instant thought you have, which is an instant judgment that your
yeah.
brain makes,
Yeah.
and then you have the thought that you choose.
Absolutely. And you can't control that instant thought sometimes or how your
No,
brain
that's
you
it. It's
can't do that.
normal.
It is 100% normal and we do it all the time, don't you? You think of here we are on a podcast, but we are being filmed so you can see us. I'm sure if it was just our voices, you'd already be interpreting how we look and we
Hmm.
would be either a surprise or oh my god, I didn't think they looked like that or whatever it may be. So you're automatically making that judgment without even seeing someone.
Exactly
So
that.
when you see somebody, you've actually got more of a chance to process that and not
Yeah.
make
A
that.
snap
Yeah.
decision. So I would say how I would round off that question is if you see someone with face tattoos and you are more than entitled to your opinion, you are more than entitled to your judgment, I would say see where that judgment comes from. Work
Yeah.
out where it comes from, because I know I mean, I could be a bloody idiot sometimes. I know I can really get things wrong, but if anyone needed help, I've got them.
Yeah,
Anyone needs anything, I've got them. That's
100%.
nothing to do with my face tattoos. That's
No,
to do with my inept need of
and
people
that's
to
what I mean.
like me
It
and
doesn't
people
change
pleasing.
your internal
No,
being or your personality.
no,
So,
it
yeah.
just means I saw something, thought it looked pretty,
Yeah.
and wanted it on my face.
Yeah. And if we want to line up of baddies, I think there's more out there without tattoos than there are with.
Did you
So,
see my video I did of that?
yeah.
Yeah, just to say Epstein
Yeah.
didn't have one tattoo,
No,
well, that we know of. Neither
no,
did Prince Andrew. Oh my God, we could do a lineup of people who didn't have face
no.
tattoos and people who do.
Yeah. And the ones that haven't been banged up and the ones that have.
Right.
Hmm.
We made it for episode 1.
Yay!
We've made it for